Hello, this is Martial Law News and I'm bringing you a news story about the police militarization effort in preparation for martial law. Now, all across the country, the police are getting high-tech ex-military equipment from Iraq and Afghanistan. Now, in Obama's term in office, over the 8 years, he has passed an executive order which will allow equipment from Iraq and Afghanistan to be taken back to America, where it will be then given to local state police departments. Now, they say that they're doing this as a cost-saving measure. However, does it really make sense? Why do the police need these vehicles? And the answer is obvious. They need them for martial law. They need them because they know that the police who are following out the illegal orders of the new dictatorship will come under small arms fire, which is why they need armoured vehicles in order to protect themselves so they can carry out their mission, which is to bring about a new age in America, which is to make a new dictatorship in America, which is to enforce martial law. Now, the story is, I have been getting reports that local police departments with 200 people are getting these vehicles. Let that sink in. There are 200 people in a very small town, and they are getting these IED resistant armoured vehicles where they can mount 50 caliber machine guns on the top. In these towns, the police department will most likely know every single person living there. Sure, there may be some troublemakers, there could be some people who cause trouble, who commit petty crime, petty theft. However, these people, there are only likely one or two of them in the town, and the police know who they are, and it's all somewhat okay. So why do they need these vehicles? Why is the government giving these police departments these IED resistant vehicles, and why are they doing it so close to the Obama election? The election that will decide if Hillary Clinton wins the election or Donald Trump wins the election, or a third alternative is that Obama will declare martial law and become a new dictator. He will declare a state of emergency. He'll make up some excuse. Maybe there's a riot, maybe there's a false flag attack, and he will say he needs to declare martial law. Now, this is not an isolated event. Every day, the police are getting more and more high-tech equipment which has no practical purpose. I talked about drones in one of my videos. I talked about how the police are getting drones. Why do they need drones? Why do they need drones that can fly high above the sky and watch us, watch the people, gather surveillance information, then fly back to their masters? There is no reason for drones in America. There is zero reason. Sure, there might be a reason in a hostage scenario or in a terrorist attack, but not in everyday life. Why do the police need a drone to find out if Jimmy stole some liquor? We do not need these drones, and yet we are getting more and more in our local police departments. Now, I have a picture of a Homeland Security vehicle. Now, this Homeland Security vehicle will be on your screen now, or it will be on your screen soon, and I'm going to quickly describe it. This vehicle would not look out of place in a war zone. Hell, it was taken from a war zone, it was taken from Iraq and Afghanistan, and it was taken into America right now. And these vehicles, some of them look brand new, and that is very worrying because these vehicles are not only being taken from a war zone, they're taken from a war zone as a second-hand vehicle. However, we have pictures of brand new vehicles, which means they are manufacturing these vehicles for the sole purpose of them being deployed in America. Now, we have DHS operators with these vehicles. We have SWAT teams with these vehicles. Now, I know that some people here think the Ferguson riots are going to be a false flag attack. Sure, maybe they are, maybe they won't be. I am not going to debate that. However, during these riots, whether they were justified or not, and I'm leaning towards they were not justified, we have pictures of police with these heavily militarized vehicles, AR-15s, or maybe an M4 variants, M4s, fully automatic in some cases, full body armor, black helmets, black body armor. Some of them even have skull masks. It's like it's almost a video game for them. Now, if I was a police officer, would I reject this equipment? No, I would love this equipment because, frankly, if it wasn't being used for a sinister purpose, it is pretty cool. It does look cool, and I can see why some younger, especially police officers, would love this equipment. However, we have a picture of a police officer at a right with a mounted rifle, and he is pointing it at the crowd. Why? There is no justifiable reason for this, except for they are being told that they could. Maybe it's a training exercise, maybe they are being told that these riots will soon become commonplace in America, and that very soon they will have to act like this in day-to-day police life. It is very, very worrying that we have so many pictures, no matter how outdated, of police officers, some of them wearing gas masks, carrying body armor, AR-15s, M4 variants, etc. Camouflaged gear. It's like they're an occupation force, but yet they're not an occupation force. They are here to protect and serve the American people. Now, if you were a citizen, could you go up to these people and talk to them like a fellow American? Could you go up to these people with gas masks, an armored body armor, chest rig, a black helmet? Could you talk to these people and say, hello, my neighbor has been doing something bad. Can you have a look at him? He might be selling drugs or whatever. The answer is some of you could, but some of you couldn't, because you'll be worried about what was going to happen. Now, I'm sure that there are some good police out there. Hell, I know that there are a lot of police who are very worried about this too, and this has been seen time and time again in interviews where the police department says they do not need this equipment, however it is being sent to them. It has been seen when they quit, they get fired for not obeying these orders, and they do interviews where they say that they did not obey an illegal order and they were fired. And what this is doing is they are getting rid of all the police who have morals, all the police who are patriots, and they're getting rid of them by making them do illegal orders now. When they disobey these illegal orders, they fire them, they sack them for a stupid reason. And what this means is that all the police departments are slowly being filled with people who will obey the orders no matter what. Fortunately for us, the patriots, they cannot do this completely. They can only do it to a small extent, which is why there's the whole UN vehicles being sent, which is why the UN is flying in planes, flying in troops. They will use the UN as a force to help support these local police departments who are traitors to the Constitution in a martial law scenario. This has been Martial Law News. Thank you, and God bless America. God bless our Constitution. And before I sign off today, I have a final request. I want you to comment below right now and tell me if you've seen any of the police departments acting suspicious or parading their new gear. Because if you go onto your local police department's Facebook page, you will often notice them posing with these gear. They will pose and they will brag about how they got a new IED resistant vehicle. Anyway, that's enough for now. Thank you and God bless.